Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brady Garrison, and I'm here today from SNHS to teach you about science. More specifically, I'm going to teach you about the scientific method using an interesting experiment involving aluminum foil and fire. Let's get started. The materials required for this lab are a pair of scissors, aluminum foil, a lighter, a kebab skewer, soft putty, and at least three tea candles. With all of our materials ready, we can now begin the experiment. FBI! You need to do a safety warning before doing this experiment. Okay. I guess you can go ahead with it. Do not perform this experiment unless accompanied by an adult. Using a lighter on your own without parental supervision is unsafe. Additionally, do not mess with sharp skewers or scissors without supervision. Please be cautious and safe in your scientific investigations. I'll start with the setup of the experiment. First, prepare a square piece of aluminum foil in order to perform our experiment with. Cut the aluminum foil using scissors. Then, proceed to cut off the corners of the aluminum foil in order to form a circle. The size of the circle doesn't really matter. And basically just try and get it as close to a circle as possible. Cut along the edge of the circle in order to form a spiral. Keep the spiral in the original shape of the circle so that it doesn't get twisted up. Next, grab another small square of aluminum foil and place your putty on the sheet. Place the skewer within the putty so that it stands up straight. Lift your spiral so that it reaches about to the top of the skewer and cut at about where the ground is. Lift your spiral over the skewer and fold the top so that it rests. Place your candles next to the skewer and then light them. Cut any extra aluminum and light them so that and observe what happens. To start with, we must formulate a question. What will happen if we light a candle beneath this aluminum spiral? What will happen if we light more than one? Next, we must research parts of our question in order to formulate a hypothesis. What is aluminum? Aluminum is a metal. Metals are thermally conductive, meaning that they transfer heat very well. Metals are also very ductile and malleable, meaning that they bend easily, allowing for the formation of our aluminum spiral. What happens when an object is heated by a flame? Heat is actually kinetic energy. So when something is heated, you can imagine that its molecules, small components of the material, are vibrating and moving around as they increase in temperature. From this information, we can form a hypothesis. Hypotheses are structured as an if-then statement and say what you think will happen in an experiment based upon prior knowledge. For this experiment, some viable hypotheses are: if you light a candle beneath an aluminum spiral, then it will begin to move. If you light more than one candle, then the aluminum spiral will begin to move faster. Finally, we must look at our results and come to a conclusion. Was our hypothesis correct? From this experiment, we can say that our hypothesis was indeed correct, and that as you increase the kinetic energy of the aluminum, it will begin to move, which is what we observed during our experiment. Also, as we add more candles, we are increasing the kinetic energy and will therefore move faster. I hope that today you have learned a lot about the scientific method and really enjoyed watching this experiment. Thank you so much for listening to my video. Have a good one.